Hi everyone, I'm Dara. Welcome to my channel and thanks for clicking on my video. I would like to make a baby quilt and I would like to be able to gift it, in 2 or 3 weeks because the baby's on his way. It's a baby boy and it's for someone that who's the parents who are expecting it is someone that I used to work with, and I'm very fond of them. So I'm really hoping to make something nice and special, but I've left it till the last minute. So if you'd like to join me while I bang out this baby quilt, keep watching and I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm excited to make this quilt. I am planning to hand quilt it, even though I am, a little bit pressed for time. But I'm going to be using one of my new quilting frames that I bought last summer. It's a floor frame. So I'm really excited to show you how it works and let you know how I make out.
All right, so that is a pretty good size to provide a backing, and it means I can use the entire piece of print fabric and figure out some batting and get quilting. Okay, so here is my twin mattress pad that I'm going to be taking apart to use for batting. Okay, here what I have after taking apart that mattress pad. So I've got the batting freed up and the fabric from both sides has been picked out. I did have some tearing when I was ripping, but I'm going to keep this fabric. It's nice and thin. It might be good for some kind of foundation squares. That's what I'm thinking. Then this was the part that went around the outside of the, like this short side of the mattress. It's like a silky nylon. That'll go in my bin. This is the seam, and the elastic doesn't really have any stretch left in it, so this pile will be going in the garbage. Now, okay, so that's how the batting looks. So I will be cutting it there and then piecing it along there before I make the quilt sandwich. I'm finished doing the piecing. I did it in a zigzag, a fairly large zigzag stitch. And so I had one long piece and then one short piece at the end. finished basting my quilt. I'm using the big size safety pins, and I'm not using too many because I'm really hoping that my little floor quilting frame will do most of that work for me. Here is my quilt set up on my quilt frame. I don't have it too taut, but I'm going to try it like that for now. I'm not sure how taut it's supposed to be on the frame. And I'm going to start quilting. I've got it in basically the center of the quilt. Okay, so for my quilting, I've decided I'm just going to follow these lines around the outside of the clouds and the rainbows. So I'm not going to mark any lines or anything. I'm just going to use the pattern of the fabric. So here I go for my first try. That's what I've got so far. It's not speedy. This is what I've sewn so far on my frame. And I have one more rainbow over here that I can fit. I'm finding that the ones near the top are too far away to reach with my hand underneath to feel the needle going through. I am happy to report that for my first section of quilting, I don't have any puckers. However, I do feel like things are moving out of alignment with the basting. So what I think I'm going to do is flip it over, pick my next section, and then repin that section before I attach it to the quilting hook. right, I think I've gone about as far as I can go with my quilting frame. I still have the edges unquilted, but I'm finding I'm struggling to get the fabric not bunched on the frame when I'm close to the edge. So I'm going to do the edge from the just from the table. And here is a close-up of how my quilting is coming along. So here's the back, and it's definitely not as good of a story as the front. So there's one of the first ones I did. I get better as I go along. The stabbing from front to back that you're not supposed to do according to quilters on YouTube, but I was having a heck of a time getting my stitches small enough. And then as soon as you back up even a little bit, it looks fine. So now to keep going with quilting the edges. I've done this side with my just freehand without the frame, and this is coming out way too bubbly even for me. So I'm going to be unpicking this section of quilting, and while I'm doing that, I'll think about what I'm going to do to solve that problem. All right, so I do have some tautness here, and I am going to be able to reach these two, and then I'll move it for the ones that are further that way along. And I think I'll just do this portion and then leave space for trimming and binding. I also, to make it easier to get on the frame, I cut off my excess from the side, two of the sides where I had, you know, a lot of it getting in my way. So that might help too. Here's another one. And this one was undone too, so I applied this quilting without using the frame. And it is quite poofy, but it's only one and it's in the corner, so I'm going to do the other corners like that. So here I go. I need about 180 inches of binding. This fabric is doubled. It was leftover scrap that my friend gave me. So I am going to include my salvages and let's get cutting. I have one other small piece of it if I can't extract enough out of this. So let's see. Okay, I am coming up to a corner here, and these corners turned out surprisingly well. I'm very pleased. I'm kind of getting the hang of it, and I thought I would show how I like just kind of sew them together, or sew the folds down so that they don't lift, because they're not actually attached, right? There's a break in the sewing. So I wanted to just sew them down. And so that's that side sewn down. So I'm just going to put my needle through to the other side.
And I'm finished this quilt. I don't believe it. Oh my gosh. Oh, what a great feeling. I think this yellow binding on here looks so great. I'm so pleased with it. What do you guys think? I just love it. It's nice and squishy, and the rainbows are so cheerful. All right, so there's my finished quilt. It is a fun looking little baby blanket. And I also made these little sweaters to go along with it, and a little stroller blanket, and this little dress for Big Sister. So much fun to make stuff for babies. I'm aware that you're not supposed to have blankets in cribs, especially for young babies. But I think, this is a great size to put down on the floor, or on something for babies to play on, like on your bed or your carpet. And then, you can just pick it up and throw it in the wash if it's been on the floor. And then when baby gets older into toddler size, then they can bring it into the crib with them. What a great experience trying out my new quilt frame to make this baby quilt. It is a bit of a technique to use that frame, and I think I got better as I went along, and I'm looking forward to using that frame again. I hope you enjoyed watching me try a new technique to make this baby gift, and it will inspire you to try something new with your sewing as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon in my next video.